Founders Day is an essential part of Redbird traditions at Illinois State University. First celebrated on February 18, 1909, in what is now known as Cook Hall, Founders Day observed the moment in 1857 when Illinois Governor William Henry Bissell signed the act that officially created Illinois State Normal University. With an original limit of 300 guests, 326 attendees, 140 of them students, paid the $1 entry fee to dine with fellow ISNU faculty and alumni and pay tribute to the institution's founders. Founders Day continued for the next 3 years as a banquet celebration. However, in 1913, university leaders changed the script and dedicated Founders Day to first President Charles Edward Hovey and his military service during the Civil War. A reception and a series of presentations culminated in the unveiling of a commissioned painting by the ISNU Alumni Club of New York of Hovey in his full military regalia. The event also included the presentation of his dress sword, field sword, and other military regalia donated by his widow, Harriet Hovey. In later years, the celebration returned to the banquet format with distinguished speakers and memorials to past leaders who worked to bring ISNU to national prominence. By the early 1960s, Founders Day was celebrated as a program that included musical performances and occasionally tied to an evening athletics event. As the size of celebrations decreased, so too did the number of attendees. However, by the mid-1990s, the grandeur of Founders Day returned with a full day of programs, banquets, and celebratory events. In 2002, a new old tradition was added to Founders Day, the ringing of the old main bell on the campus's quad. On Thursday, February 15, 2007, the university marked its 150-year history by kicking off a year-long celebration of its sesquicentennial. Celebrations that day didn't go off without a hitch. A massive Midwestern snowstorm interrupted planned outdoor activities, including the ringing of the old main bell out on the quad. The McLean County Museum of History came to the rescue with a smaller bell for an indoor ceremony. The quick switch was such a hit that ISU professors Carson and Iris Varner funded the creation of a smaller replica of the old main bell. Introduced in 2010, the indoor bell is now an integral part of Founders Day celebrations.